from someone who actually embodies the three qualities. When we look at leadership and private wealth management, we know that it demands vision, trust, and deep expertise. And our next speaker truly is someone who embodies that. We in fact have with us Kishore Rijhwani, Managing Director, Private Clients, Spark Capital. So I'd like to please welcome him on stage. Thank you so much, Mr. Kishore, for joining us at the Global Business Summit. Can we have a wealthy round of applause, everyone? Please put your hands together and please welcome Mr. Kishore Rijhwani.
Good afternoon, everyone, distinguished guests. We are going to be talking about living longer, living better, and the economics around it all. If you look at the world today, it's probably for the first time in human history that living to be 100 is no longer some abstract notion or an exception. I think it's increasingly becoming something that all of us need to consider and actually plan for. If you look at India, which constitutes a significant part of the world's population, the average lifespans have more than doubled over the last 7 decades since independence. In fact, there are estimates that say that by 2050, the number of Indians with an age of 60 plus will be in excess of 300 million. Now that's almost the entire population of the United States. And that's a massive market opportunity, a massive market demographic. Now when you further consider that people today aspire to a better standard of living, better quality of life, and are willing to pay for it, then this just becomes a very compelling opportunity for businesses, for industries like pharma and healthcare, for investors, and of course for folks like us who do wealth management and financial planning. In fact, I can tell you that at Spark Capital, we spend a fair amount of time with individuals and families just on the topic of multi-generational wealth and the planning around it. And what we are finding is very interesting. Traditional retirement models are no longer holding up. Newer multi-dimensional models are taking their place. The so-called retirement ages, the so-called retirement periods are also getting longer and longer. And I say so-called retirement because, you know, it isn't about taking a back seat in life anymore. It's more about starting a new chapter in life. It's about pursuing a new set of goals and passions. It's about staying active and productive for as long as possible. And this puts further emphasis on personal health and well-being. If you look at the demographic that we have today, if you look at the retirement periods that people are actually planning for, it's a very complex and it's a very complex structure that people are trying to grapple with and plan for. You're trying to cover wellness, you're trying to cover personal fitness, you're trying to cover business requirements, because financial well-being is also extremely important in all of this. And while we are actually planning for all of this at Spark Capital, who is actually out there trying to make it happen, trying to make all of this viable? Well, today amongst us we have 3 exceptional leaders who are at the forefront of India's longevity revolution, if I may call it that. And I would like them to come up on stage as I introduce them. First, I'd like to welcome Dr. Sonia Lal Gupta, Joint Managing Director of the Metro Group of Hospitals. Dr. Gupta comes with a unique perspective on healthcare delivery at scale. The Metro Group has built hospitals, infrastructure, and developed clinical excellence that caters to a diverse set of communities all over India. Welcome. I'd also like to welcome Dr. Isaac Mathai. Dr. Mathai's work with Saukya has pioneered a holistic and integrated approach to wealth, one that addresses not just the disease, but looks at wellness as a whole. Welcome, Doctor. Also, a very warm welcome to Mr. Rahul Guha, MD and CEO of Thyrocare. Thyrocare's diagnostic innovations have made preventive care affordable as well as accessible to all of us. Thyrocare has turned preventive, medicine into early detection, from a privilege to a system. Thank you for joining us. Together, the three of our leaders, I think, constitute the tip of the spear when it comes to how India can, transform its demographic advantage into longevity dividend. The businesses that they represent, I think, will play a key role in that. Over the next 30 minutes or so, we are going to be exploring and learning about things like preventive medicine, precision diagnostics, quality delivery, and all the innovations and new business models that are appearing in this space. Promises to be an exciting discussion, and I'm going to hand over the moderation of this discussion to my colleague and counterpart in Spark, Mr. Amit Rathi. Amit.